Hey everyone, today we're going to take on the dimensional arena. It's that time again, so let's see what this time we have. So for the shared hero, everybody has Helios. I don't think anybody is happy with that, but maybe somebody will end up using him. And as for the heroes that we randomly got, we have Lilith, Atropos, and Marlena. We can make use of Lilith, we can make use of Marlena, and I'm not sure I will be using Atropos. Lilith has a really nice scaling with her runes, although they're epic, so her scaling is quite limited, but she's still a pretty nice buffer, albeit their buffs are percentage, but we will try to mix it up with some flat buffs if possible and then go from there. As for the relics, these are all pretty bad relics. Crown, in my opinion, is the worst relic in the game. The Leviathan is a pretty terrible relic, if not 9 stars, and then Swollen Shield and the scales are pretty okay, but not really ideal. So let's go into it and see what we have offered. So first off, starting off, we already have a really nice hero, which is Behemoth. Then we have Gin. Gin isn't at all terrible. The Protector synergy is really nice, Deviant as well, and Glorian is nice. His skills are basically increasing the attack of all allies, so it's not as terrible. Then we have Lee, which is pretty fine because Glorian, Verdian, and Monarch are nice synergies. And Baisugjan, albeit not an ideal hero, so we will just skip over her, she's not something to consider. But Behemoth is a really nice hero, as well as Gin, and then potentially Lee. In the group 2 we have Portia, Hades, Mastima, and Elisha. So group 2 has 2 better heroes and the usable Portia, maybe even Mastima, but in group 1 we do have Behemoth. I don't think Behemoth alone is better than Elisha and Hades, so the currently group 2 has a better edge than the group 1. We already have Ethereal that we can pair with Elisha. Elisha does give flat buffs, Lilith does give percentage buffs. They could be a really nice pair, and we do have some sort of Valiantors already built in. Group 3 is the worst of the 3. I'm not really liking any of these heroes. Telenis is a good hero, but doesn't really do anything on her own, and then these heroes are just not good, so we're going with the group 2, although group 1 is kind of tempting as well, but we will go with the group 2. Hades' issue is his epic runes in here. He really does need legendary runes, but we will try to work around it. Now, in the round 2, we do have 3 good heroes, 3 amazing heroes, Narissa, Yorm, and Yingzheng. We can even use Lachesis, albeit not ideal, but we could fill her into the Avengers, so a really nice group, really. Yorm is one of the top 3 heroes in Dimensional Arena. She's pretty much an auto pick in my opinion. Narissa could be one as well. So group 1 already really strong, and let's see what the group 2 has to give us. Group 2 is a lot of, or group 2 is actually also really nice. Group 2 is Tsuki and Fenrir has flat buffs. Amaterasu is nice but not ideal. And then we have the X Bastet, or rather the new Bastet, which is really nice with the Tsukiyumi that we have, but we have no real mystifiers in here. We could make some sort of protector possibility with the Bastet and the Hades, and then perhaps Peritsuki, but I'm not really seeing as good of an angle as in the group 1, although this group is actually really good as well, but I'm more leaning towards group 1 because Yorm is simply the best hero, top 3 heroes in the Dimensional Arena, as I mentioned. Group 3 has Hela, Eudora, Vittoria, a pretty solid choices. Baisugjan, as I mentioned, not really something worth talking about. Eudora is really good because she has the healing rapture, and Hela is Hela, so a really tempting group, but then again, group 1 in my opinion is just simply better. So I will go with the group 1, and maybe it's a mistake, but it's what I'm leaning towards, so let's pick the group 1. Now for the relics, group 1 is actually really good. I really like this group and I might just end up picking it. However, I will not be able to pick my own chest, but I could pick my own banner in this case, or Nether Flame, or even the Magatama. So group 1, a really good option. Fortitude is amazing. There's no execute apart from the Valiantors. Planar Gate, one of the best relics in the game. Very flexible, very strong. This relic is very strong because it says that it doesn't purify control debuffs, but it does what I have seen. So the text description might be wrong, so I could very much use this relic, and then the chest is just so. Group 1 really strong. Let's see what the group 2 has to say. Also quite nice. I do not like the mirror because it's not at the max stars, but the Cauldron and Gleipnir and Hand of Tears are all nice relics, but they're all three the reset relics. So we don't really care about that because we do need the mix of like this. This is a very nice combination of relics. This is not a really nice combination of relics. Group 3 is pretty mediocre, not amazing, not bad, but the group 1 is the clear winner. Planar Gate should be exceptional in this game mode, so let's go with the group 1. Back to the heroes, we have group 1, already strong looking lineup. We have Amaterasu, we have Bahamut, the Sorigen Ayushta and the normal Ayushta. All 4 choices, in my opinion, are really great. We have Amaterasu to increase the shields and the crit damage, and also to permanently increase the team's HP by 100%. Then we can pair that with Bahmut, who increases the HP of teammates by flat amount, so 60 million. So has also a Tremor, is a protector. We have Hades as a protector. We could very well build a nice protector lineup. We do have the Ayushta and the other Ayushta for possible dooms, and I really like group 1, so I'm already tempted to just pick it, but obviously we're going to check the other groups. Group 2 is nothing amazing. Lee, pretty nice hero, but we are going to compare obviously group 1 with group 2, and group 1 is just simply better in all cases of all 4 heroes. Group 3 is pretty mediocre. Lancelot is really good, but Leandra is also really good. Christine is mediocre, and Anubia is pretty terrible, so group 1 is a clear winner and a really easy choice. Now we have round 5, which is Aphrodite. Aphrodite could fit really nicely with our Avengers. Lysandra, however, not really ideal. Neither is Dorabella or Schrödinger. So the only real hero I would be using her is Aphrodite and possibly Dorabella or Lysandra, but it's really hard to feed them, so let's take a look if the group 2 has something better. And group 2 does have something better, which is only Victoria, because the rest are absolute garbage heroes, not worthy of even mentioning. Yeah, pretty terrible choices all apart Victoria, and because I did accidentally put Transcendence mats on my Victoria, I will be picking my own very likely, unless I have to pick this one and then pick Hela from my own inventory if I don't get Hela offered. So far both groups pretty mid, but let's see what the group 3 has to offer. Group 3, amazing. I think I will go with this one. Protector for my protector lineup, Eloin pretty good for ethereals, and then we have Hela, which basically means I will be able to pick my own Victoria from the heroes pool, so I can fully finish the hero roster, and hopefully I can find some teams. We're going to choose the group 3 and pick my own Victoria. Now for the relics, this combination is pretty good. It's mediocre, not amazing, not terrible, so let's take a look at the group 2. Group 2 is, in my opinion, far better because we have Kusanagi at 5, we have Sarko at 5, perfect balance. If we pick Nether Flame, that means we'll have to pick Banner from our own inventory, which is completely fine in my opinion. Let's take a look at the group 3 real quick. And group 3, there's also Lance. I forgot about Lance. Lance Magatama. Pretty nice choices right here. I will pick this group, pick my own banner. This can go towards Valiantors / Protectors. This pairs nicely with the ultimate casters, but it's not Avenger relic, so pretty iffy. If I pick Zephyr, I could pick my own Magatama, but I don't really like Magatama in this mode. I really prefer the banner in this mode. The Holy Shields do be kind of an issue in here, so pretty interesting choices. I think I will go with the group 2 and then pick either a lens or banner from my own inventory. Yeah, I will go with the group 3, pick my own banner or pick my own. So I finally ended up making the teams. This team is basically leftover monarchs that I have. Unfortunately, I do not have any celestials left for this unless I use the abysmally terrible heroes, which I do not want to. So for deviants it could be worse, but I have seen deviants do a lot of damage in the dimensional arena. The relics are also leftover relics, but they're basically mostly defensive, all made around surviving, to have a lot of scaling from Lilith, scaling from Yorm, Elisha, and then Portia and Sorigen Ayushta are basically here to deal the damage and survive as long as possible from Lilith and have enemies kill themselves basically. So the overall idea I think is pretty nice. I don't think this team is unbeatable, but it's definitely a decent team. I thought it's pretty bad, but now thinking about it, it's not all that bad honestly, especially since Yorm is such a good hero in here and as well as Ayushta. In Team 2 we have Phantom / Avengers. It's pretty well balanced in terms of synergies. I could have played Lachesis instead of Ayushta in here for more Avengers and Celestials, but I do think that Ayushta is slightly better, and I do value 5 Phantoms more than the 4 because the one additional revive is, or rather 2 times per battle, is far better than 1 times per battle. And yeah, the whole idea of the team is basically to scale up and then deal damage from the actions from the Magatama, and then have additional survive from the Fortitude of the Umbral Torch. And yeah, Elovin and Hela are actually really nice pair. If Hela crits, she will get the Awaken buff, which will increase her attack by 400%, I think. And then all that attack will go towards our teammates for the pledge from her passive. So overall, a really nice team. I really like it. I think it will be really good, but we will see how it goes. And then for the team 3 we have Protector Mystifiers, but I'm thinking about going for Glorians for the protection immunity. But then again I realized I do have Planetary Gate, which gives me control immunity. So initial Mystifiers for the Corrode pop will be far better and more impactful in this battle. We could use Victoria to tank because she has epic runes in this mode, so she has invincibility, and leech rate, so she will heal up. We do have scaling from Bahamut, Victoria, Amaterasu, and then we have double Phantom Illusion and double Protectors basically. In theory, I'm pretty fine with these teams. I will go ahead and make more teams for people from my other accounts. And overall, this main account I think did pretty solid, nothing ideal, nothing terrible. Could have been better for sure. There's Leviathan, there's Afro, there's Cleopatra. There's a lot of heroes I could have gotten, but such is the life of RNG. And yeah, that's about it. It's just a quick dimensional arena guide, or rather a commentary. So see you in the next one, and good luck in your draft.